Here are the top stories. The search for the submersible that's lost in the North Atlantic is entering a critical stage. The estimated oxygen supply for the 5 people on board is running out. Latest hopes rest on a French robotic sub which can reach the sea floor where the wreck of the Titanic lies. The surface search is now twice the size of the U.S. state of Connecticut, and the subsurface search is 2.5 miles deep. The U.S. Coast Guard says more noises have been heard in the search, but it remains unclear what they are. Contact with the sub was lost on Sunday as it made a descent to the Titanic wreck.
This is an incredibly complex search operation requiring both surface and subsurface elements, and our unified approach is critical. The location of the search, 900 miles east of Cape Cod and 400 miles southeast of St. John's, makes it exceptionally difficult to mobilize large amounts of equipment quickly. In spite of those challenges, we've been able to provide continuous air and surface search assets, as well as additional ROV capability to search below the surface. We currently have 5 surface assets searching for the Titan, and we expect 10 total surface assets to search in the next 24 to 48 hours. There are 2 ROVs actively searching, and several more are en route and will arrive by tomorrow morning. When you're in the middle of a search and rescue case, you always have hope. That's why we're doing what we do. With respect to the noises specifically, we don't know what they are. To be frank with you, the P3 detected noises. That's why they're up there. That's why they're doing what they're doing. That's why they put sonar buoys in the water. The good news is, what I can tell you is we're searching in the area where the noises were detected, and we'll continue to do so. And we hope that when we're able to get additional ROVs, which will be there in the morning, the intent will be to continue to search in those areas where the noises were detected, and if they're continuing to be detected, and then put additional ROVs down in the last known position where the search was originally taking place.
Well, even if the Titan is located, it would only be the start of any potential rescue. Retrieving the sub presents huge logistical challenges given the extreme conditions miles below the surface.
On the depths of 4,000 meters, everything is very difficult. Even the rescue, you don't have any standard procedures, at these depths, because it's a very unusual situation. So everything going to be individual. I'm very happy to know that so many professionals are already in the area, like the Army, like other supporters. And this says that there is still chances, even they are very, very small, to help, to give help. So,
if the people are still alive so far, the submarine is intact, then the air supply is definitely the limiting element now. When the air runs out, that's it.
Wenn die Luft ausgeht, dann ist fertig.
Arise U.S. correspondent Rotimi Kade has been monitoring developments, and he joins us now from New Jersey. Rotimi, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday. Now, bring us up to speed with the latest on the hunt for the Titan.
Well, currently, the location of the missing vessel and the exact situation on board remain a mystery even as the search intensified. With new ships from National Coast Guard, the U.S. Navy, and also with support with the Canadian government, joining the race against time. It is estimated that by 7:10 a.m. Eastern time this morning, which is about maybe 2 hours ago, a crews on board the Titan sub would have run out of oxygen. Their fate is still currently very much unknown, dead or alive. Some experts actually said that there might still be a slight chance of survival. While sounds, according to what you heard from the Coast Guard spokesperson, may have been detected, they also offered a little chance of narrow search. And of course, the exact location and the source hadn't yet been determined, but the search has exponentially been expanded to areas as twice the size of the state of Connecticut.
Now, Rotimi, but surely the hopes of finding those on board alive are reducing as each hour passes.
Oh, well, yes, because with the oxygen being exhausted in the sub, it is quite very difficult to determine whether they're still going to be alive or not. But the search and rescue team, and of course the U.S. Navy, actually used a robot to go to the bed of the sea for them to be able to get any chance of sound, and they will be able to see whether there's anybody still alive. But the good news about it is there's a statement that was released yesterday, Wednesday, by the U.S. Navy. That is sending a much what they call the special salvage system, which is capable of hoisting large, bulky, heavy undersea objects to the tune of about 60,000 pounds. It is said that the Titan weighs just about 20,000 pounds. That's about 9,000 kilograms. So should there be any sign of life of the sub, the U.S. Navy is capable of actually getting the rubble or the remnants out of the seabed.
Well, question marks continue to be asked about the safety of this sub. What more can you tell us?
Well, from experiences shared by people who have, engaged in this kind of expedition, they complain about, problems with the battery. They also complain about, the balancing of the weights because it's a 5 to 6 man crew, and most times they have to make sure that you have the right balance, or the right weight, I should say, for them to be able to go up to that depth of the sea. But as I said, the problem with battery, whether it can last as long as throughout the expedition, is also a big problem. The company has been criticized for the use of a simple commercially available video game controller to actually steer the Titan. There's also been several complaints about how many times they have to turn off the lights so that they can conserve energy. But there've been a lot of counter reports that the sub actually have several backup systems to actually return to the surface, which of course include sandbags and lead pipes, and also drop off of maybe inflatable balloons. But why those have not been deployed during this critical moment is still a real big question mark on this expedition.
Well, indeed. Arise News correspondent Rotimi Kade, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.